Greetings and welcome back to Stellaris, my United Nations of Earth playthrough. I've got quite a few trade deals out, and I'm trying to reestablish a migration treaty with the Garanshu. I believe they'll accept. We traded 27,000 minerals and 7,000 food for 200 gases and 100 rare crystals with the Vassal. Gave 11,000 food to the League of Phemisto. Hithian declared the Ivzorak their rival. We're number one. Achievement unlocked. We finally got the top level of our Federation. Be the leader of a max level Federation. We were the leader when it became max level. That gives me an increased megastructure build capacity, boost all of our research agreements, and now we have a 40% boost to research speed during an in-game crisis, which isn't that big of a deal. Our research is pretty good at this point. We might consider Alvathari are starting their science nexus. They want high Federation centralization. Oh no, they want to change it to very high. Looks like the ones who proposed it are the Vassal. I don't know why it popped up twice. Now going to high Federation centralization, that will unlock fleet contribution and change it to where only the president can kick members. It will also set base intel with Federation members to 100, but it'll do a extra monthly cohesion penalty. We have sufficient bonus to cohesion. We can handle that. That will allow us to actually build a Federation fleet at that point, though they're not really that interested in a Federation fleet yet. But we'll go ahead and vote yes. It only requires a majority vote. We'll see how long it takes to pass. The Garanshu accepted the migration treaty. The Tezekian Hive has declared Commonwealth of Man their rival. And we have another habitat completed. Now this one I believe is a mining habitat, yes. And this one will be New Batel. Alright, we are now very high centralization. That did a small dip in our cohesion, but it'll go back up and we're still pretty much at max experience. They still are not interested in going up to medium naval capacity. They're not interested in low either because of the cohesion penalty, I think. They aren't really interested in any changes that affect monthly cohesion at this point. Commonwealth of Man declared the Tezekian Hive their rivals. Brian Carson has developed Meticulous, boost to anomaly discovery chance. Well, that's kind of a waste this late in the game. There are no new areas to survey. We still aren't at 95% capacity or higher. Another 210 would put us at it, so I could build a third raiding fleet. The Pirak has declared the Ivzorak their rival. Uko Praknar is in a commercial pact with the Pirak. We're going to need a new admiral for this fleet and a name for it. That has sublight speed, daily hull regen. Sublight speed. I like the Gale speed one myself. Yeah, I think we will go with Galena. We'll call this one the Marauders. We have a favor with the Fire Tribes of Kel. We got half-Dis refugees from the Tezekian Hive that arrived on Storm. And let's go ahead and currently pull our preference for that, or support for Reverence for Life, so greater than ourselves will be the one that comes up in January. United Ubric Pact has declared Tezekian Hive their rival. If Zorak has entered into a migration treaty with the United Ubric Pact.
A new world has been colonized. Knowledge is the key to the universe.
We have completed Cell Revitalization 13 for Leader Lifespan, and are now working on Nerve Dampeners 14 for Army Health. I believe we do have a military theorist now, but he has no other bonuses, so I might as well leave our current one in there, Debbie, because she does get 15 to anything. Well, right now it's 40 months. If we were to replace her with a person who gets 20%, which would be our other racket, Oodle, it actually adds a month because she is so much lower level than Debbie. And New Batel is up and running. It's going to be a mining station. But let's start with our building, our hollow theater. Hithian built a gateway. Citizen State of Azuk built a gateway. We have to renew our agreement with the curators. I can put my support back on Reverence for Life. Support, not opposition. And this one should pass quite handily. Greater than ourselves. It'll take 4 years, so it should pass by the end of this episode, banning several forms of slavery and stratified economy and basic subsistence. We've finally gotten up above 95% of our capacity, so we should not get mercenary fleets from our mercenary company unless we get that really rare one that gives you everything: science, energy, food, minerals, and a fleet. We formed a commercial pact with the Darbalans, and we gave 4,000 minerals and 7,000 food to the Visari. Fire Tribes of Kel wishes to declare war against the Ivzorak to vassalize them. No. We just got out of a war with them, and we will do humiliation, but not... We'll do humiliation, we would do liberation war, but we won't vassalize or conquer. We formed a commercial pact with the Garanshu again. And we gave 10,000 food to the League of Phemisto. We have a favor with the Ivzorak. Pirak wishes to declare a humiliation war on the Commonwealth of Man. War target is equivalent for them. They are pathetic compared to me. You know, I kind of feel like I'm just bullying them at this point. They really can't handle a war against me. I think I'm going to vote no on these. Yeah, I think I'm going to vote no on the humiliation war. I just don't feel like bullying the AI at this point. At least not the Commonwealth of Man. I wouldn't mind bullying the Ivzorak because they are a hegemonic imperialist. The Commonwealth of Man is no longer a hegemonic imperialist. They are honor-bound warriors, even if they are a dictatorship.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
We got half-dis refugees to Mwanga Station. Commonwealth of Man built a gateway, and we completed Thermodynamic Yield Control 7 for explosive weapon damage, and are now working on High-Density Munitions 14 for kinetic weapon damage. The Tillinesti Hive have closed their borders to us. So have the Ivzorak. We are no longer connected to them because their borders are shut. Hazar has declared the Ivzorak their rival, and we have gained a favor with the Hazar. The cost has gone down significantly to propose changing the contribution here. So we are going to go ahead and propose this. We still can't afford just to make them a straight up protectorate until we adjust this. So we'll propose that first. That does leave us enough to do another habitat. And building a habitat still leaves us enough to do another negotiation. So let's see, we could drop down some of what we are doing with the Hazar. That would only take 53 to stop giving them commercial goods, and still leaves us able to do another habitat. And it would cost us 269 to do a renegotiation with the Awoken to boost their research further. They agreed to the terms. So if we go and check them now, to negotiate again, we won't be able to do this for 5 years. Now to switch them to a prospectorium would only cost 608. And let's see, if we change it to where we were doing 45 research, it would drop it down to 565. Now that would take 5 years before they're eligible for this. Oh. We actually do need to shift a few other things over. 490 is all it will take in about 5 years. And we can start shifting them to be a prospectorium for us. So in about 5 years, we'll need 400 or 500 influence banked. Oh, one thing we do need to do with them though, because right now their loyalty is rather low. It is still positive though. So yeah, they are considered loyal. I could do trades, offer a trade deal to them. I can't do these primary resources anymore, but I could give them like some alloys. Well, they're not interested in alloys. I've got plenty of dark matter. Are they interested in dark matter? To boost their loyalty. Yeah, it would take 88 is the maximum loyalty. It would take only about 400 dark matter to cap out their loyalty again. But since it is climbing and it is already positive, so we're not going to lose any agreements we have, I can just let it go because it will climb up sufficiently in just over time. But if it was seriously negative, that would be the way to go, is to quickly trade to buy more loyalty. They agreed to this, so we're no longer giving them consumer goods and alloys. Our consumer goods were getting a bit low. Let's see, it's 1502 is what we're currently subsidizing. That gave us back a significant amount. Citizen state of Azuk is now rivaled to the Tezekians. The Hithians have built a gateway. We gifted 5,000 minerals and 8,000 food to the Vassal. Alvathari broke their research agreement with the citizen state of Hazook. We traded 14,000 alloys for 300 exotic gases with the Union of Fadima. And traded 36,000 minerals with the Ubaric regime for 100 motes, 100 gases, and 100 rare crystals. Commonwealth of Man built another gateway. And another habitat is completed. This will be New Kahaba. We have a new proposal. Repeal natural sanctuaries. Nope, I'm opposed to that. While protecting the environment is clearly important, the empires of the galactic community should be trusted to make their own decisions. Pirac has been the one proposing the most resolutions, I believe. Supporting the true democracy watch, the Sondrathan star hierarchy has become more egalitarian. They've become more egalitarian, but they're still a dictatorship. Alrighty then. That'll probably shift. They'll have to switch their government soon. We'll check them again, I guess in January, and see if they've changed anything. Fire Tribes of Kel has declared Ivzorak their rival. Ivzorak declared them their rival. Citizen State of Hazook built a gateway. We gained a favor with the Fire Tribes. And we gained a favor with the Citizen State of Hazook.
A new world has been colonized.
New Kahaba is now up and running. Let's get our holo theaters and designate it as a mining station. We're in an election cycle. Of course, Wadogs is still our primary candidate. We have 2 max level governors. Wadogs is 209. That means unless I get another age boost, she probably won't survive the next election. We have a favor with the Ivzorak.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
We have completed Shield Harmonics 16 for shield hit points, and are now working on Applied Superconductivity 18 for energy credits from jobs. Not exactly the most critical for us. We're pulling down a lot of energy credits a month. We have a new resolution. Relocate the Galactic Market. We question whether the Galactic Market is best served by its current leader. We should initiate a new competition to determine who should lead it. I'll actually support that, because I don't believe I have the Galactic Market. I think it is centered over here where another empire used to exist. Now, one thing they did change with the the 3.7 patch that came along with First Contact. Previously, the Galactic Market could randomly be any planet, whether it was proposed or not. Now, it will only choose among ones that have been nominated. So if nobody nominates a world, it won't go through. We have a favor with the Tilinesti Hive. We gave 8,000 minerals to the Fellowship of Yelion 4. Traded 9,000 alloys to the Uko Praknar for 100 of each of the strategic resources. Gave 7,000 minerals and 7,000 food to the Vassal. 3,000 minerals to the Ubaric regime. Traded 10,000 alloys to the Darbalins for 100 motes and 100 rare crystals. Traded 15,000 alloys to the Polysimus Mandate for 100 of each of the strategic resources. And traded 6,000 alloys to the Union of Fedima for 100 exotic gases. Traded 35,000 minerals to the Alvathari for 100 of each of the strategic resources. Gained 10,000 energy credits from the Manticore Defenders, which does remind me I forgot to make sure I wasn't going to cap on things. Arg. Yeah, we're already in February. I'll just go ahead and buy 1,000 of each of these and just really get my money down, because I've got to turn around and sell food. I'll be getting about 50,000 food. That should be good. And consumer goods, I'll be getting about 15,000, so I need to sell another 7,000 of it. Everything else should be good. Election. President Waddogs was re-elected, but did not fulfill their mandate, of course. Our new mandate is orbital research stations, another one we cannot complete. Usually by about mid to late game, you're no longer able to complete your mandates, because it stops offering the one that asks you to improve your value when you start getting in thousands. United Ubaric Pact recalled their embassy. And closed their borders to us. We've lost connection with their capital because they have closed their borders. Commonwealth of Man built another gateway. They need to build a gateway in Murfid. If they ever go to war with the Hithians again, they'll lose connection to that system. We have half-second refugees on Dionysus from the Tezekian Hive. We renegotiated the terms of the agreement with the Awoken to maximize the research we are giving them. That took 269 influence, leaving us just single digits last month. Our next expenditure will be to get another habitat being constructed. They want to repeal the minor military sanctions, the League of Brian States does. Restricting naval size for breaking galactic law is a dangerous proposition. Well, stop breaking galactic law. It's pretty simple, my friend. Of course, those who did not pacify the space amoebas will always be in breach of galactic law at this point. If space amoebas enter their territory, they're hostile. A long-expired set of covert codes has just been reactivated. They are linked to operations we previously carried out in the Ivzorak star regime, from where it would seem a former operative is trying to report back in. The message is light on details, but the codes carries markers which signify intelligence on key political figures in a foreign empire. Our security advisors confirmed that the codes were valid until quite recently, but their expiry means that such codes are open to compromise by foreign powers. There's no telling if the operative or their message are genuine. So we can either ignore it or ready an extraction team. I think we will ready an extraction team, because even if we get the operative and it turns out to be a double agent, we can try our
Situation log
best
has been updated
to vet them to see exactly that they are a double agent. The Sondrathan star hierarchy has become the Sondrathan Harmonious Confederacy and a moral democracy. I'm offering them association status, but it doesn't look like I have the chance to offer them the ability to join. I think that has to be done by the League of Brian States, since they are someone else's vassal. We gave 7,000 food to the Vassari. We offered them association status. Traded 11,000 alloys for 200 exotic gases with the Union of Fedima. Uko Praknar completed their science nexus. Gave 3,000 alloys to the Hazar. And they decided to become associated with our Federation. Our once disavowed operative has made it back to the United Nations of Earth space. This Ivzorak individual, who identified himself as Thraupu Tukolet, appears nervous and relieved, but has cleared all security verification. The debriefing has been described as arduous, but the information has proven to be useful. We have now gained an asset, or access to a valuable asset. With the matter now resolved, Thraupu Tukolet's shaky disavowal will be renewed. Having confirmed that they are no longer missing in action, our current operatives can ensure that this time the disavowal will stick. He's an attaché. That doesn't have the same name he did in the dialogue. His name is Tiri Kanda instead of Thraupu. I guess Thraupu was disavowed and Tiri Kanda was the information he gave us, the attaché information. We have more than enough assets to boost our infiltration level up. Actually, no, we need 5 more. They've actually gotten up to where it's routine instead of pathetic. I'm thinking that they haven't capped out their traditions, and like the Ivzorak is just now getting traditions like subterfuge that boost their encryption level, or ascension perks to boost their encryption level. They already ended their association status with us because they don't like the Hithians. The whole point of giving you association status is so that you get better relations with the Hithians. That is one unfortunate thing, is there is no way for me to serve as a mediator between 2 other empires. I would love that feature to be added. That would be my way to actually bring peace to a galaxy fairly easily. Because if I could mediate the differences between the Garanshu and the Fire Tribes, we could actually get the Garanshu in our Federation, because they do like us.
Research concluded.
We've completed Nerve Dampeners 14 for Army Health, and are now working on Aggressive Conditioning 8 for Army Damage. New proposal. Relocate the Galactic Market. Okay, it's been popped back up. Apparently, the person who proposed it before, I think it was the Pirac, rescinded it. Now the Fire Tribes are proposing it. Fire Tribes of Kel completed an interstellar assembly. Hazar built another gateway. Awoken has declared the Ivzorak their rival. As quickly as it appeared, Space Storm Stalk has completely dissipated. Ship systems will no longer be impaired in those systems where subspace disturbances had manifested. Although some speculate that storms such as Stalk could lead to the eventual collapse of the hyperspace network thousands of years in the future, For now, space travel seems to have returned to normal. Vassal Alliance completed an interstellar assembly. Tezekians built another gateway. Racket nor the Vengralian Trium have left Chor's Compass in a while. I haven't gotten them to pop up in pretty much since the war. We have 2 habitats completed. I believe this one is going to be a gas refinery. We'll name this colony ExxonMobil. Now the other colony in Asgard, it's going to be another research, and it's real close to the core there. This will be Alfheimer, the home of Freya. And there is only one more planet that I can build a habitat over here in Asgard. We have a favor with the League of Brian States. And I can actually start another habitat.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
We completed High Density Munitions 14 for kinetic weapon damage, and are now working on Thermodynamic Yield Control 8 for explosive weapon damage.
A new world of opportunities awaits.
We're getting our use out of Vash. Tezekian built yet another gateway. We need to renew our deal with the Artisan Troop. Renew our logistical support contract with our mercenary company. Activate the Blade of the Huntress. And we have passed greater than ourselves. Not as many as I was expecting. The Polysimus are the only ones in breach of greater than ourselves. But it has been another 5 years. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.